Hey guys, it's Alexander Dahl with Manifest Vitality again. This week I've got kind of a short video planned. I've got a couple things that are in the works and I just don't have them ready to include in this video yet. But I did kind of want to touch base on a couple of the things I've seen going around. And that being kind of the topic of criticism and how to A, take constructive criticism and B, give constructive criticism. So the couple stories that I've seen, I'm not going to share them because I don't have permission to. So they're basically just, one band member acting out and kind of causing a scene because they feel, the music they're working on could be better, and kind of just creating somewhat of a dramatic environment for their band members. And so one person was concerned about it and was kind of asking the question, how can they do better to accept that, and how can they talk to this person about, rather than being arrogant and kind of domineering of a conversation, but like actually being more openly compassionate and actually showing that the criticism that they're giving is meant from a good place for a positive goal. So a lot of these things kind of generate from the attitude surrounding a person, and attitude in anybody makes working with them difficult. And that's something that you'll find with a lot of well-known musicians or musicians in general, and it branches out to other forms of art as well, whether it be photography, acting, painting, I suppose, if you're working with a model or something. And that's just to say that if the person you're working with has a bad attitude, then you're probably not going to want to work with them in the future. And if that bad attitude comes in the form of, heavy criticism, then, that just compounds the issue, and it's going to make people not want to work with you. So I like to have a very good attitude about being open to working with people and working with people. And that's kind of the way that I like to open the format of having criticism as well, because I always want feedback on the stuff that I'm working on. Of course, it could be better, and I want to hear what somebody else might have to say about that. So soliciting criticism is also a big part of it. You have to know what you're asking. And so when you're asking for criticism, one of the key important things is to be objective. Like, ask for objective points to be made about whatever it is you're working on, whether it be a specific melody or something that could just be thought out just a little bit more, resolve itself somehow a little bit better, or a drum part, whether it be too busy for the song that it's going for, or maybe it's not enough for the song that it's intended for. And so keeping things really objective is the best way for both sides of it, both giving and receiving criticism and soliciting criticism, is fundamentally going to get you to the goal through the easiest method. Keeping the opinion out of it isn't hard to do, and it's the best thing to do. And that's where attitude comes into it. For some people that have bad attitudes, it really is problematic to keep their opinion out of their criticism. And I know that sounds weird, but there really is an objective difference. And of course, criticism itself is always going to stem from somebody's opinion, but it's a matter of not being critical in the vein of being negative. And that's kind of generally the way that I approach criticism with the people that I work with, because I always want feedback. I want to make a better song. I want to make a better product, and I want to continue to better myself as a musician. So when I solicit criticism like that, that's the way I go about it. I want objective reasoning for why something does or does not work. And you'll find that that also works for compliments as well, I should say. If somebody compliments you on something, don't fish for the reason why. That's kind of just tacky, but if they have an objective reason for why they like something, that's great. It's great to hear when people have those things. So that's kind of what I wanted to touch base on in regards to criticism and some of the stuff that I saw out there over the past couple weeks. Beyond that, I did work with somebody on the Bedroom Bands to finish out a collaboration track that I'll be doing vocals for sometime in the next week. Due to some storms that kind of went through the area, I might not be able to make a video next week, and I might kind of be off the grid a little bit from here on out for the foreseeable future until things get cleaned up. But so that track is in the works. It just needs vocals. I did a pretty good mix down of it, and I hope to have it out soon. And once I do, I'll definitely push it out. On that note, like I said, this is going to be a short video, so thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate every bit of attention this channel gets, and I would love to hear whatever anybody has to say, whether it be any of the topics that I've put out, or if you want to pitch a new topic and see what I think about it, if we want to go that route. Because I probably have something to say, and I'll probably try to be objective about it. Other than that, have a good night, and thanks for watching.